So I had previously recorded an entire video on how it is that I made lead magnets for an 8-figure entrepreneur, which that being George Gaiman, and how I've been formatting it and how I've been training ChatGPT for it. And it was like about 15, 20 minutes of just recording, and for some reason the audio didn't work, so I'm gonna have to re-record it. But this time I'm just gonna go over a very top level, high level overview on how it is that I make them, instead of into going in like such depth. I feel like I kind of, I don't know, I went into too much detail on how it is that I made them, and I feel like some of the stuff that I do maybe might not be as necessary. I'm just gonna give a a very brief overview on how it is that I make these. So let's get started. All right. So first, I will tell ChatGPT. So I use ChatGPT and Google Docs, at least for now, while I make the overview of them. All right. So I tell ChatGPT, whenever I tell you I'm going to need your help with making an email marketing course, it's just mastering energy investments in 7 days. It's going to be a email course, and then a toolkit called Energy Investment Portfolio Builder. It's going to be a downloadable toolkit, which is going to come with a spreadsheet template. It's going to come with some other stuff as well. I'll probably add a calculator as well, but it's just going to be a spreadsheet overall that helps with all this stuff. And then first I'm going to feed you some info. Then I'm going to need you to help me with my questions. So I went into Google and I punched in energy, this stuff. I punched in this one. I punched in like four different blog posts on energy and just guidance on the energy market and mainly renewable energy sources. You can really do it for any of them. So you basically just punch in, you copy the entire blog, and you paste it into Go High Level, just feeding it the information. I fed it, I think, about 4, maybe 5 blogs on just information. And then once it's all in, like retain all the information, I ask it, did you get all the information you needed? And then it says yes. Now we make an email course with this, Mastering Energy Investments in 7 Days. And I tell it it's going to be an email course because usually it makes these courses super incredibly long. It makes them like essays. So I need to specify what type of course it's going to be. And it made the skeleton for me. And then I will take the skeleton, then I'll punch it into a Google Doc just to have the overview of how it's going to be formatted. And then I ask ChatGPT, I punch in this one, I copy this, make me the welcome and overview course part. And then it made me the overview part, but I decided to be more specific and added to implement the importance of energy investments in today's market, key sectors and opportunities in the energy market. And then it spit this out, and then I'm gonna make sure it retains readers. All right, so this is going to be something that should retain the readers, and I'm still going to be reading over it just to make sure it actually like holds my attention span. I have a pretty decent attention span, but still overall, I'm going to make it like, I'm just going to copy this, and I'm going to replace the one I made. So I will delete this and copy this one, and then I will read over this just to make sure it actually goes into the detail that I want it to go into. And I will just repeat the process for day 2, day 3, day 4, and day 5. And something else that you could do is you could literally go onto Google and give it like a specific, like an email course that you saw that really retained you and really just caught your eye and you like enjoyed reading it. You can copy it, paste it into Go High Level, and tell it to copy the format and the theme on how the email was formatted and just overall written. Like for example, I'm gonna look up WordPress. WordPress is pretty good at this. All right, let's see. All right, ChatGPT just takes in the information, and then I can ask it again to make me. All right. Now, with all info you have, make me a, and I'll go into this, copy day one, boom, just paste that in. This might be pretty decent length. It's not too long, and it's not stupid short. So I'll go ahead and I'll edit this later. I don't know why it's all bold, but I'll edit this later. All right. So and you just repeat the process for the rest of them. And before I would I keep on making the day 2 and day 3. I would read over day 1 to see if it actually retains you and it actually you feel like you're getting something out of it. If not, see what's wrong with it and change whatever you think is wrong with it. And you can keep on just training ChatGPT. ChatGPT is like a tool. It's not necessarily something that is always right. You need to train it and you need to keep on. It's like a muscle kind of. You need to keep on training it and keep on giving it information until it actually spits out the information that you need. So I would read over this, see if it's a quality piece, and if not, just change it up. And yeah, that's kind of how I make mine. There are some other lead magnets that I've made for George. Like for example, I made a toolkit. I'll show you guys here. See all the lead magnets I've made for him. So all this is pretty detailed. I made him a tool for understanding inflation. It's pretty vague. I feel like I could definitely make this one a little bit better. The ones that I really liked that I made were this one, the toolkit for gold. This is definitely my most informational lead magnet that I made. It comes with calculators. It comes with a comprehensive buying guide for gold. It's relatively short too, so it's an easy read. It comes with a gold storage options checklist on where you can store your gold. It comes with considerations that you should take in before you decide where you're going to store your gold, and then a glossary on gold terms. So it's definitely it's my favorite one that I made. And let me show you guys the calculators. So it's just this. It's you invest 10 grand into gold for 10 years. Let's just say gold goes up for 4% projected future prices. Calculate the ROI. Estimated future value is 16 grand. So you put in 10 grand, and let's just say the ROI is going to be 69%. And yeah, that's kind of how it is. In year 10, you should have gained 6 grand. I feel like it definitely a pretty decent calculator. And then I also made this one, the measuring weight of gold. So yeah, you can. There's a lot of stuff that you can do with ChatGPT. Just it's all about how you leverage it and how you train it. But yeah, that's kind of how I make mine. And I am going to be sending these to a buddy of mine to read over them. He's a lot more well versed than I am. Josh, if you're watching this, I am going to be sending these to you just for you to read over them whenever you have the time and just give me some feedback. And if you can show them to George since you are with him, that'd be great just to see what he thinks of them. And yeah, I am also going to be going over how I'm going about the hiring process of my new appointment setter and VA. And yeah, I had no Wi-Fi today, so I wasn't able to work that much at home. So I came earlier to Lifetime to really punch in my hours. So yeah, I'm also going to be going over the process of this new business that I started. I'm going to be doing both the online business, the agency that I have, and selling cars on top of that. So it's going to be two businesses that I'm going to be doing. So it should be fun. I love this. I'm loving it so far. Having a lot of fun. But yeah, that's everything. Peace.